Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Best IT Solution to all of you again. And today we will going to do a practical video of CRUD operation using Mongo DB. Okay. So previously we have already done CRUD operation using MySQL and also CRUD operation using PostgreSQL. But today in this video we will do a CRUD operation by using Mongo DB. So since this MySQL and PostgreSQL, these are all the RDB, means relational database. But this MongoDB, it is not a relational database; it is a document database. We can say. Okay, so data are stored inside this MongoDB as a JSON format. We can say not exactly JSON, but similarly it is stored in JSON format. Okay. So we'll do the practical of this CRUD operation. Okay, so I have prepared a document how we can follow the steps during the preparation of this video. So first, how we can set up the project. So first, create a project in start.spring.io and add required dependency, and then download the project. Okay, so let's start. Just open a browser and I provide this document also in description, or I will also provide the link also. So first thing is we need to download this, create this project. Okay, so in start.spring.io, this is called Spring Initializer. So we can create this Spring Boot project by using the Spring Initializer easily. Okay, so the language is Java and the Maven Spring version is 3.3.3. Okay, it is stable version. And the group ID we can say com dot okay, Tarun, and artifact ID is, this is the project name we can say. So this is CRUD using MongoDB. Okay, so CRUD using MongoDB we can say. This is a demo project for CRUD operation using MongoDB. Project for CRUD operation using MongoDB. Okay, and this is Java version 17, packaging as Jan. Then we need to add the dependency. Okay, so for the first dependency, this is the web. This is Spring Boot web project, web application. So Spring Web, and then next is we can use Lombok here, and the main dependency which is the MongoDB. Okay, sorry, MongoDB Spring Spring data MongoDB. Okay, this one. JSON meaning fields can verify. Okay, this is that. Okay, so these are the dependency we need: Spring Web, Lombok, and we are also using a JPA, but we need not to add dependency of JPA because in Mongo already there is Mongo JPA is there. Okay, Mongo repository is there. Okay, so for this explore the dependency is okay or not, just I'm checking. Okay, parent data MongoDB Spring Boot, this is the dependent Spring Boot starter data MongoDB. Okay, and just create the project. Okay, generate. You can see our project has created and downloaded. So just we need to extract this project. Extract. Okay. Okay, so we got our project here. Now we need to import the project in our ID. So I am using here the STS. Okay, so you can see in document I have mentioned first we need to project the setup, And another thing is download and install MongoDB. Okay, so I in my system already MongoDB is there, I think. Yes, so MongoDB is already there. I'm just opening MongoDB, but I have already prepared a video previously how we can download and install MongoDB. Connect it. Okay, so I will give the description. I will give the link in the description. You can follow that video for downloading and installing MongoDB. Okay, you can simply you can go to this link for downloading the MongoDB, and then after you can download the MSI type, and then after clicking next you can install the MongoDB. Okay, so we have already the MongoDB application in my system, so no need to download it. But if you are interested, you can I can show you. Just copy the link and yes, community. This is the official website of MongoDB. Here you can see MongoDB community server. So just go down. Yes, this is the link where you can download. Just click on this download. It will download the MongoDB file, and then you can install it. Okay. After that we need to download and install the STS also. Okay, then Java minimum version 17 we have required, so I think just go to the command prompt cmd for checking which version of Java is now available. So Java hyphen version, you can say version. Okay, so Java 17 is already installed, and connecting to the MongoDB, launch MongoDB Compass. Okay, go to the new connection. Okay, so already our MongoDB there is no table, or we can say collection here. When I will configure it in Spring in our application, it will automatically download all the configuration. Okay. After installing STS, just we need to import this application. Open STS, select workspace. Okay, then we need to import the application to our STS. So just go to the STS and file, import existing Maven project, browse and go to the download using MongoDB CRUD. This application we have just created. Okay, you can see here the time and date also. So yes, so this is our parent directory. Okay, just finish. Click on finish. Select the POM file and click on finish. Okay, you can see our project is already displaying here, and it is importing the projects, and it will now download the required dependency from the Maven website. Okay, so it will take some time. Just wait for some time. It is depending upon your internet speed how much time it will take to download and install this MongoDB application. Okay. Okay, so you can see now our application is already successfully imported here. Okay, so just go to the main. This is our main class Spring Boot application. Okay, so now we need to configure the MongoDB. Okay, just go to the pom.xml file. Here you can see demo project for CRUD operation using MongoDB. This is our application name, and yes, this is the dependency Spring Boot starter data MongoDB, and this is the web dependency Lombo. Okay, so everything is good. Project is set up successfully. In our properties file, we need to, which our application is already mentioned, so we just need some properties like application name already mentioned here, localhost is MongoDB. We need to set some MongoDB properties and the database name. So okay, Spring data MongoDB.host localhost, and this is the MongoDB port, and this is the MongoDB database. This is the employee database. Okay. So when we will run the application, this database will automatically create in the MongoDB. Now we need to create some package. So just create a dot controller package. Another one is that is the service package, and one more is that is repository package. And another one is modular entity, we can say entity. Okay, so now inside the controller package I am going to create a class, that is, suppose this is employee controller, or we can say home controller. Okay, so just annotated with it, since we are going to create here the REST application, so annotated with REST controller. Okay, import the REST controller. Then I am going to create a method for testing the application, it is working properly or not. Public, suppose string home, return welcome to MongoDB CRUD operation application. So this is the mapping, we can say get mapping, and this is the default. Okay, so just import the get mapping from the Spring framework. Okay, now I am going to run the application. So our application is already started in port 8080. Go to the browser, localhost colon 8080. Okay, that means our application has successfully configured. Welcome to the MongoDB CRUD operation application. Just we can run it from Postman also. Yes, we got the output. That means everything is set up properly. MongoDB. MongoDB. Okay, so now we need to create the controller for inserting data. Now you can see in MongoDB there is no database or collection. Okay, just refresh it. Yes, so we need to add some data. So we need to create a post mapping for adding the data into the MongoDB. Okay, so at the rate post mapping, suppose we will going to add a single data, list of data also we can add. Suppose add. add data. So public response entity suppose the response is type of response is string. So add employee, you can say add employee, and we need to add the employee object here as request body. So before that we need to create the employee also. Okay, otherwise how we can add the employee data? Just import this post mapping, also import the response entity. Okay, so inside entity I'm going to create a class that is employee. Okay, so in employee we can take the field like first, since it is entity in MongoDB in relational database, we can mention like at the rate table or at the rate entity, but here we need to mention at the rate document. Okay, sorry, at the rate document, also at the rate data for getter, setter, and constructor. At the rate ID is private int ID private int ID. Another field is we can take private string name, private string, suppose department DEPT. Okay, so just import document from the MongoDB core mapping, data from the Lombok, okay, ID from the also data annotation at the rate ID data annotation. Okay. Okay, so these are entities. So we need to pass these fields from the UI. Here we need to accept this object request as request body employee. Okay, import the employee and import the request body. So now we need to create the employee service. So this is our service. As create a class here that is we can also create a interface like employee service. Then we can create the employee service implementation class. But directly I am, for simplicity, I am directly creating the class here. Okay, so this is the employee service. Annotated with the service, just import the service, and also we need to create a interface of repository. Okay, so create interface of employee repository and add here Mongo repository. in employee repository we need to add the Mongo repository. Mongo repository, which one? Mongo, yes, this one. Okay, so we need to add the Mongo repository, and the class is employee, and the ID is, it is integer. So just import the employee class from the employee entity. Okay, so this is a repository. So in our controller we need to auto add this service, private, employee service, and just auto add it. And also import the employee service. Similarly, in the service class, just auto add the repository. Okay. Private employee repository, and import the employee repository from the repository package, and just auto add it. Okay. Now, with the help of this service object, we can save the data. So using this service object dot save. Save data, or save new employee, save employee, you can save employee. Okay, we need to just pass that employee object. Okay, and we can response, what are the, after saving, what is the response, we can store here. Okay, now we need to create this method in the employee service string. Okay, so in our service class, yes, suppose here we are mentioning the message return employee saved successfully. But here we can save the employee with the help of this repository object dot save employee. Okay, then what is the return type? Save employee is the object employee. So it will be return the object which has been saved. saved employee. This is the saved employee. Get all employee. Sorry, it is the saved employee. Okay, so save employee. So here we can give a statement like uh, if saved employee not equal to null, suppose saved employee not equal to null, then we can return this statement. So otherwise return else. In else part, else return failed to save the any message, any error message you can write here. Failed to save the employee. Okay. Now this message will go to this controller. In controller response, and inside this controller we need to return since this is the response string type, return new, sorry, we can write here also this if statement. If response dot string response, sorry, if response dot equals ignore case, what is the response? So this is the response. So if this is the response, so if this is the response, then we need to print the return new response entity employee added successfully. and here http status dot created. Okay, so here, since here I have written employee added successfully, here just simply we can message the if it is success. And if it is not success, we can give any error message if it is not success. Okay, so in else part, return new response entity so any response like unable to save the record or fail to this response also you can set there, fail to save the employee record and http status dot internal server error you can create. Okay, so in this way we can create a employee. So just run the application and test it is working properly or not. Okay, add data, this is okay, just first relaunch the application. Application is started. Okay, just go to the postman. Okay, now for post the API, this is our endpoint. So this is a post. Okay, add data, and this is body raw. Okay, so data already we have also prepared some data also, like one data I am taking from here. Okay, so this is the data set and just send it. Yes, so you can see we got the message employee added successfully. So just go to the database and just refresh it. You can see here on employee database already created, and inside that on employee collections or table we have created, and inside that there is one data, that is GNS, whatever data we have passed from the postman. Okay, so in this way we can create a entity, create a insert a record into the MongoDB database. Okay, then for getting the database, how we can get the database? Get the data from the database. So we need to create another API for that. So just go to the ID. So this is here. So API for fetch the data, and this is the API for insert the data. API for testing only. Okay, so this is the get mapping @get mapping, and the mapping is slash suppose get data. Okay, so get data, for getting data we need to pass a ID also, or otherwise which data will get try to get. So we need to pass the ID of the data, okay, as a variable, a path variable, or you can say query parameter. We need to pass that ID. So public response entity employee. See the type of return type is employee, because it is returning an employee object. Get employee. Okay, so and in path variable you need to pass that ID. So @ path variable int ID. So with the help of this service object, employee service dot get data, get data by ID. Okay, and we need to pass the ID, and it will return the employee object. Okay, it should be written the employee object. A response entity. Okay, now we need to create this method in the service class. Okay, with the help of the employee repository object dot there is a method called find by ID. Okay, sorry, it will return the employee object. This is the optional employee. Okay, then from the optional employee we can uh, return this optional employee dot get situated in the employee object dot rl so it will return the employee object. And in controller we got the employer. So if employee not equal to null, that means we got the employee data. Return new response entity is employee object. Employee and HTTP status dot okay. Okay. And else return if we got the null, that means there is error. So we should return the HTTP status dot no content. Okay. Return new response entity HTTP dot no content. Okay, so just release the application and test this API. Okay, so this is our endpoint. Just go to the Postman, get a GET request here, get data, then ID in database, that is 1006. Okay, 1006. Okay, you can see we have successfully got the return started is 200. Okay, but here if we will send the wrong ID, then suppose there is no data in 1007 in this ID, so we got the response of 500. Okay, and you can see we got the response as internal server error, whatever you have mentioned here. This is the distribution at no content. Okay, we can also write here in our service class instead of employee dot get, we can also pass here null also, optional employee dot or else null also we can here or set. Just save it and run it. Okay, just go to the postman and click here. Okay, now we are not getting any response with wrong data. This is null. Yes, and we are getting data. So this is the most optimized way. Instead of getting the data directly, we can also pass the null. So okay. Also we can set a message here also that no data found. Also we can set the message in our controller object employee object. Okay. Okay, so now we are able to get the employee and also save the employee. Now we will create API for and create API for the inserting a list of data. Okay, so here we are inserting the single data. So now we will create a API in such a way that it will add at a time a list of data. Okay, so just we can easily copy this code. Okay, so we are going to create another API for inserting list of data. Okay, so add all data, add all employee, required employee. So we need to accept here the list of employee. Okay, instead of list of employee, input the list from java.util. This is the employee. Suppose this is the employee. List of employee. We need to pass this list of employee. So response employee service dot save all employee. Okay. So we need to create this method. Create a method of save all employees. Okay. String save all employee, list of employees. Now we need to with the help of this repository object control employee repository dot save, there is a save all. Okay, save all employees. EMPLOYES, EMPLOYES, but this is employee. Okay, and it will return a list of employees, save all. Now save all employee. Okay, so we can insert a logic here like if save all employee dot size greater than 2 or greater than 1 also you can say. List table is greater than 1 is a list. Greater than 1 return success, else return failed or error, we can say failed. Okay, or error also you can write. Okay, now in controller employees, if it is success, employee added, employees, all employees added successfully in our controller. We need to set the message HTTP status dot created, and if any error is there, we show the fail to save the employee, fail to save all the employee record. Okay, this message you can pass. So just relaunch the application and test it. Okay, just go to the postman, and this is the post API. So add all data, and we need to pass here the list of employee. Okay, so in a document already there is a list of data already I have. Just copy the data and paste here. Okay, so this is the list of employee. Just click on send. Okay, so you can get, we got the message employee added, all employees added successfully. That means our all employee had been should be added here. So just refresh it. Yes, 1006, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can see all the employees have added successfully. And if you want to fetch a particular employee by the ID, suppose you want to fetch the employee number 108, then we got the data of 8 employee also. Okay, so in this way we can also insert a list of employee at a time. And if we want to fetch all employee, like add and get only single employee, we can also fetch a all employee. Okay, so we need to create another method for that. So API for get all employee records. Okay, so get mid ping, this is get all data, and here we can say get all employee. We need to no need to pass any ID here. Okay, and it will return a list of employee. Okay. Responsibility employee is also a list of employee. List of employee here. Okay. Employees. So get data. Get all data. We need to create this method in our service. So with the help of the repository object, dot get all, find all. Yes, find all, and it will return a list of all employees. All employees. Return, simply return this all employee or employee list also you can say. Employee list. Return this employee list simply. It will come here. This employee and employee is not equal to null. Return employee image. Okay. Just save it and relaunch the application. So this is our API. Just go to the postman. The get request. Get all data. Okay, so you can see we have we got all the data here. Okay, so this is our get mapping and post mapping completed. Now we'll create another API for updating and deleting the record. Okay. So for updating, we should create a put mapping here. So at the rate put mapping, suppose update employee. Okay. So here also you need to pass a particular body. So this is same update also like same as post mapping. So add data, yes. We can copy this method here. So this is add update employee method. Update employee request body. We also same we need to pass the employee object as request body. Then response. This is our update employee. So we need to create this method in the service class. update employee in our service class. So here with the help of this repository object, dot, so there is no update method actually. Using this same method only we can update the record also, employ, okay, and it will return the employee object only. Okay, updated employee. So if updated employee not equal to null, that means data updated. So return success, else return error or failed. Okay, so this is your home controller. Any error is here, and in case of update son, if success, then employee updated. If a response equal to success, then it will return the internet status that okay. Okay, otherwise it will fail to, we can write here update the employee, internal server error. Just save it and relaunch the application and test it is working or not. Just copy this endpoint update employee, just go to the postman and create another update employee. Okay, and also you need to pass the body here. Suppose for updating there is data ID 1006, so we want to update this first record data. Okay, other value like, go to the postman, here is the body, okay, so we want to change this HR to IT information. Information technology. Okay, so 1006 ID we are changing from HR to information technology. So sorry, this is the, here you can see the error is method not allowed, because here it is the update means it is the put method. Okay, send. Okay, employee added, sorry, employee has changed, you can see here, but response message we have not modified. Information technology, now it is changed from HR, but in case here we need to updated successful. Okay, so now you can also change again you can change it to HR. Just make it HR and send it. You can see put. Oh, we need to relaunch the application again. Just save it and relaunch the application again. Otherwise, this changes will not be reflected. Just go to the postman and send this. Yes, you can simply update successfully. Just go to the database. Here you are seeing it is our information technology. Just refresh it. Okay, this again it will be it is HR. That means our update functionality is also working properly. And another thing is delete. Okay, so also we need to in CRUD operation create, read, update, and the last one is delete. So also we need to, this is the API for updating the record. Okay, so now we are going to implement the update delete functionality. Okay, so just write here API for deleting the employee data. Okay, so this is at the rate delete mapping. Okay, and the endpoint is, suppose this is delete by ID. Delete by ID. Okay, so the method is, suppose public response entity string delete an employee, delete an employee. So here also so we can pass ID. We need to pass employee ID here. Okay, for deleting the so delete by ID. Suppose this is the path variable. You can say, so this is the ID. So here it will accepting as the path variable. Int ID. Okay, this is the integer type public, or just import the delete mapping. Now with the help of this service object, this is employee service object, employee service dot delete and delete an employee. Okay, so delete an employee, we need to pass the ID here. Suppose this is a response. This is the string type. The response is here the string type. So now we need to create the delete employee method inside the service class. Just create a method in service class, right? Delete an employee. So before deleting, we need to fetch the employee record from the database. Then only we can delete. So by using the employee repository, we need to fetch. So there is a find by ID method is there. Find by ID. So we need to pass the ID here. So this method will return a employee object. Or directly here there is a method called yes, get data by ID. We can also call this method also, or otherwise we can directly call the database also. See, if here if we will call this method, that is get data by ID, it will also return the employee object. So instead of calling that method directly, you can also call this method. So here it is returning the optional data find by ID. So then from the optional data we can get the get find by dot get. So directly here I'm writing employee for simplicity, employee okay, here dot get. Okay, so directly I am getting the other instead of returning the optional data. Then after getting this data, if the data is present, so if employee not equal to null, then if not equal to null, then employee repository dot delete. Okay, delete this employee. This employee is there delete. Okay, so there is delete by ID is also there. So directly instead of fetching the data of employee record, directly we can also call the delete by ID. Okay, but here since we are already get the employee object full object, so we can pass that employee here and we can delete. So employee data dot delete employee, then return success. And here else return error. Okay. Now in our controller, it is accepting the response of delete employee. Your controller string must delete employee. So yes, if response dot equals ignore case equal to success, if it is success, return new response entity there is an deleted employee deleted. employee deleted successfully, else return new response entity unable to delete the employee. Okay, and here http status dot internal http status dot internal server error, and here it is http status dot okay. If deleted successfully, it is okay, otherwise it will be internal server error. Okay, so just save the application and relaunch it. So just go to the postman and create another. Okay, suppose this one here it is delete by ID, suppose 1010. This is the last one. Method is, suppose this is the delete method. Now we have to pass the body here, automatically body will fetch. So 1010, go to the database and check there is update and it's 1010. Last one, just send. Oh, sorry, this is double slash is there. Okay, send. Okay, you can see it is showing the response as 200 okay and employee deleted successfully. Just go to the database and refresh it. Yes, now 1010 data is deleted successfully. Okay, so otherwise also we can write this code in this way also, delete by ID in employee service. So instead of getting this data directly also we can do these things. We need not to get the data, so just commented this code here passing the ID. No need to check it here also. Okay, so directly okay, in this way also we can do. Here we can also pass the ID. Just we'll do the experiment, it is working or not. Employee dot delete. What is the method? Delete. Just this is the delete by ID. Okay, this is the delete by ID. Okay, so no need to fetch the data also here. Just save it and relaunch the application. It will also work. Okay, just go to the postman and Okay, 100 no, 1009 is there last. Okay, just send it. Yes. Here also you can see employee deleted successfully. Just go to the database MongoDB and refresh it. Now there is 1009 data is there, but once refresh there is 1009 data is deleted. Okay. So in this way also we can delete the data by ID. So another way also we can delete. We can sorry, we can pass the whole object also there. API for deleting as employee object. Okay. Or delete by employee. Okay, so delete by employee. No need to pass the path variable here. You need to pass the object here, request body. Request body and the employee. Okay. Pass this. You need to pass the employee. Delete by employee. Employee success, all that good. Just create a method, delete by employee. Okay. So using this employee repository dot delete employee. So directly here we are passing the object and return success. Okay, so in this way also we can delete the okay, delete mapping, delete by employee. Okay, just copy this URL. Okay, just save it and relaunch the application. So just go to the postman, delete. So this is the delete by employee. We need to pass the body here also. So body is like, suppose 1008 we want to delete 108 this data. Okay, just send. Yes, here also you can see it is showing the response employee deleted successfully 200. Okay. Now if we'll go to the database, there is 1008, but once you refresh, so 1008 is data also deleted. Okay. So you can see in this way we can also delete the data. And another way we can also delete all the data at a time. So this is the post add all data. Okay, so just add all data again. The employee added successfully. Just go to the database, refresh it. Yes, there is a lot of data. All data added. Now we'll implement how we can delete all the delete all the employee at a time. So this is also delete mapping. So just API for deleting all the employee. Okay, so this is delete mapping, delete all employee, delete all employee. Employee, we need to pass the list of employee. No, you need to pass any employee list here. Simply it will delete all the employee from the database. Okay. So we need to create this method in the service class and delete all employee. So with the help of this repository object, so there is a method delete all. Returning nothing, delete all. Okay. So simply return success. Okay. In controller, delete mapping employee, all employee, deleted successfully. Okay. Unable to delete all the employee. Response, delete all employee. Okay. Just go to the just save it and relaunch the application. Just go to the postman and delete sorry, this is the post request, this is the delete. So delete all employee. We don't need to pass any body here. Okay, nothing, only delete all employee. Okay, so send. Yes, all employee deleted successfully, got the response. Just go to the database, just refresh it. Yes, so you can see there is no data now. So all the employees are deleted successfully. Okay, so this is all about the CRUD operation using MongoDB. So we have created a lot of API for CRUD operation. You can see. So this is the API for only testing only. Then this is the API for inserting as data, single data we can insert into the database. This is the API for adding all the data at a time, and this is the API for getting the data single record by ID. This is the API for fetching all the data at a time, and this is the API for updating a record, and this is for deleting a particular record by its ID. This is deleting a particular record by passing the whole object. Okay, and this is the API for deleting all the employee at a time. Okay, so this is all about today's video tutorial. Okay, so thank you guys, and if you think that you have got some idea or knowledge from this video, please like and share the video, and please subscribe the channel with your friend. Okay, by which I can get motivated and I can get more and more video for you. So thank you guys.